Okay guys, so today we're going to be editing your rough drafts. So I have my rough draft here and I have my editing checklist and I put that on the website for everybody. So we always use COPS when we edit. So the C for COPS, remember, starts with capitalization. So we're going to read our papers and check for any capitalization mistakes. We want to make sure that all the sentences start with a capital letter, that the letter I, when it's a word, is a capital letter, and that proper nouns are capitalized. So I'm going to read through my paper, and I have a writing tool that is a different color so I can make my edits. So I'm looking for capital letters this time. A superhero has many good qualities. Oh, already I forgot put my capital letter there. I think my dad is a superhero because he has a lot of good qualities too. My dad is smart because he always knows how to fix things for me, like my computer. Capital letter right there. There's no proper nouns, no letter I, or no, the letter I is a word. My dad is helpful because, oh, why is this capitalized? It's in the middle of the sentence. It does not need to be capitalized. He volunteers at church to help people. My dad is hardworking because he works hard at his job to make sure people are safe. These are just, that does not need to be capitalized, a few of the qualities that make my dad a superhero. All right, so I can check off capital letters. Now I'm going to check for organization. Now, when I wrote my rough draft, I spaced them out because I was using the hamburger outline. So I'm going to make sure that my sentences, when I write my final copy, this sentence goes right after this one. This sentence goes right after this one goes after this one, because it's all going to be one paragraph. So I'm just going to, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to write arrows to remind myself that these sentences can all go right after each other because it's all one paragraph. And I'm going to remember to indent the first line of my paragraph. So I'm going to draw an arrow now. So does it make sense? When I read it, did it make sense to me? Am I missing any words? Do any of the words not make sense where they are? Are any of the words in the wrong places? I'm just going to read it one more time to be sure. A superhero has many good qualities. I think my dad is a superhero because he has a lot of good qualities too. My dad is smart because he always knows how to fix things for me, like my computer. My dad is helpful because he volunteers at church to help people. My dad is hardworking because he works hard at his job to make sure people are safe. These are just a few of the qualities that make my dad a superhero. I think that makes sense. So I'm just going to make sure that I move my sentences when I write my final copy so that they're all together. So the next letter we're looking at is P for punctuation. Did I remember all of my periods, exclamation points, and question marks? So I'm going to go back and look at my sentences to make sure. A superhero has many good qualities, period. I think my dad is a superhero because he has a lot of good qualities too. That should have a period. I know it's sometimes hard to figure out where the period goes, but remember right before we left school, we did a little unit to review. Your sentence is going to have a naming part and a telling part. And after you have your naming part and telling part, then you can put your punctuation mark. My dad is smart because he always knows how to fix things for me, like my computer. And there's my punctuation mark. My dad is helpful because he volunteers at church to help people. I forgot, so I'm going to put it right there. My dad is hardworking because he works hard at his job to make sure people are safe. These are just a few of the qualities that make my dad a superhero. All right, and my last thing I'm going to check is my spelling. Did I spell the words to the best of my ability? So some of the words you may not know how to spell, and remember you can go back and circle them if you're not sure. So you're going to circle a word if you're not sure if you spelled it right, And then you're going to use your word book that I sent home with you with your school supplies, or you can have a grown-up help you check on the internet to see if you spelled it right, or check a dictionary at home if you have one. Okay? But everyone should have their word books that I sent home with them from their desks. A superhero has many good qualities. I think my dad is a superhero because he has a lot of good qualities too. I'm not sure if I spelled qualities right. I don't know. So I could circle it and then I could go check my word book. Except I don't have my word book here because mine's at school. But yes, I did spell qualities right if I was checking. So I'm going to give myself a little star. My dad is smart because. Now this doesn't say because. This says because. So that is not spelled right. I know it's not spelled right. It doesn't look right. And I'm going to look at it and think, oh, that's because I put a D at the beginning and it should be a B. Make sure your B's and D's face the right way. He always knows how to fix things for me, like my computer. I'm not sure if I spelled computer right, so I'm going to circle it. And I'm going to go check my word book. And no, I didn't spell it right, so I'm going to fix it. E-R. My dad is helpful because he volunteers. That doesn't look right. That's a lot. I don't think that's right. So I'm going to circle it. I'm going to go check my word book. And no, it's not spelled right. I'm missing a vowel. He volunteers at church to help people. My dad is hardworking. This does not look right. And it's because it should be with a B. He works hard at his job to make sure people are safe. There's no way that this is right. It's just a letter. It's supposed to be that. These are just a few of the qualities that make my dad a superhero. Okay, so I've made all my corrections. I did it in a different color so it stands out, so I know not to forget it when I publish my final copy later this week. Send me a picture of your edits when you're done, or if you did everything correctly and you're sure you don't have any mistakes, give yourself a star at the top and send me that so I know that you at least checked it over, okay?